Man, like Ashanti told Ja Rule, I always there when you call, but I'm always on time. The citizens is back in effect. We back in this thing. You like that? I get it just for you, player, man. We back in this thing. It's been a while. As usual, but we gotta kind of ease into things. You can't just give y'all too much. Man, how everybody doing out there, man? What's up, fellas? How y'all rocking?
I thought that was Jesus that said that, but
Jesus did. He's on time, God. He ain't. But
Yeah, look, that's one of them things. That's one of them things that we think Jesus said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't say that.
That one of them black churches. That what the black church told us.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, you know how they go. Just get passed down. Man, y'all feeling good out there?
I think I got a little cold. I done had for about a week. I ain't even going to get COVID tested no more.
Oh, look, is it a cold or is it that thing?
That thing.
Like, I done had it one time, so it's like, man, it is what it is now. It's just the season. It's spring going into the summer. So hey.
Yeah, well, see, a lot of people been saying that about
that pollen
and stuff. Because I've been kind of I got a little bit of that in my nose, but I don't feel nothing.
It's heavy out here, man. I had to go to the car wash the other day. It was all on my car. Like I'm talking
about. I ain't think I feel affected by that pollen like that, but I guess so. So I guess
I haven't been seeing it on my car though like that.
Just sneak up on you. And when it's on you, you know it's on you. Trust me. You know it's on your ass.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it on my car like that, but everybody been talking about that shit, the pollen. What else we got going on? I don't know. I'm ready for school to be out, shit. Even though, look, Wallace, I'm not even in school, but I swear she come home with homework every night. Every night. I promise you, son, like, and they doing like some type of project or something like every night, except for Friday.
So Monday through Thursday.
Summertime.
Monday through Thursday. When they get out of school.
And then look, with that Rona, they changed the schedule. They don't get out till like the damn last day of fucking May. So like normally it's like the beginning, the middle of May, but they got to go to like the 28th, 29th this time. Yeah.
So yeah, shit, that's right around Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day, what, the last Monday of the month? How it goes?
Something like that, the last weekend.
Look, why is Memorial Day such a big holiday?
Kick off for the summer. It's the first big holiday of the summer.
You Negroes don't care nothing about Memorial Day.
But look, that's the thing. It's it ain't about getting together and barbecuing and all that, but shit, it don't take much.
It's like a baby on 4th of July.
There you go. It's just leading you into the 4th of July.
You know how long it was till I didn't even have a clue like what Memorial Day was for. Like probably like when we was in high school and stuff and growing up in college and shit. I didn't know what that was.
You just kick it. Well, man, you know that's how it goes. Well, look here. We done got y'all caught up, so we're gonna go and dive on into this thing. We're gonna start it off with what I like to call the curveball. We're gonna throw it to the love expert amongst the group. We're gonna get on these dating apps. So what you got? Where you going with this one, Smooth Jack?
No, I seen. I ain't gonna say my boy.
Come on, that's your boy.
No, I couldn't agree with it. I see where he coming from, Kevin Samuels or whatever, but I think he got a lot of. He ain't got no wiggle room. He's straight how he feel. That's how he feel. Mm-hmm. But he was talking about dating apps, and it was basically saying like if you want this particular person. Then he was saying like maybe you should just start going on these. They got apps out there that we don't even know about, to where you can go on there and you can just look for hookers for the night. Man, I heard they even got apps on there where if you married and you want to look for another married person, so y'all know what's going on, you can go on that. You can go to your physical app where you don't want to talk. You might want to talk to. It ain't no offense or whatever, but you might want to talk to a woman over 6'5". I don't know, whatever it is, like you can specify and get on these apps. But the apps they take so serious, like they paying for them. So it ain't like no Facebook, you on there for free and all that. So it's like, I was like, man, is that what's going on now? Like, would that be good for people to just get on these apps and just like cut out what you don't want to deal with and just go straight to what you want and then just find somebody that you click with? I don't agree with it, but I could see why somebody will go on the app to where they say, man, I only want to talk to a dude that's over 6 foot tall. So I'm gonna go to the 6 foot tall app.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you get on them apps, and like you're saying, you can filter your preference. That's what you're saying, right? So it's like, yeah. So like with your boy Kevin Samuel, he be on there saying, oh well, a lot of the callers be like, they want this, that, and the third. So it's like, yeah, why don't you go and find one of them apps where you can get exactly what you want? Why is you out here constantly rolling the dice? So I mean, I kind of dig what you're saying. Like we always say, to each his own. So, you know.
And when I first heard it, I was like, yeah, they should do that because, like you said, they always talking about they want this, they want that. Go ahead and go get it. But then, as he was just talking and explaining what he was talking about, look, I'm like, damn, that wouldn't be cool though because, like, look, it's not genuine, right? All that shit you going on there filtering is shallow. Like, I want a 6'5", I want him to make this much money, or I want her to have a 38D breast. You know what I mean? Like, would you be able to find somebody? I mean, I guess after keep throwing that hook in the water, you would, but it would be hard to find somebody genuine because you're just going off of some bullshit.
Right.
But see, once you put them preferences in there, now you got to find it. Like you said, you got to find a genuine person. But at least you got all the other stuff out the way. So it's like now I just got to find somebody that fit them preferences that's genuine. But like you say, I mean,
that's how if you start like that it ain't gonna do right. Like,
I mean, yeah, what you coming in there with, you know, but think about this though. What about the ones that he say you might can go on there and say, look, man, I'm not looking for no relationship, so I'm gonna deal with this particular app where everybody on here just trying to kick it. Or man, it's crazy to sound, but you got the married women on there and men that's like, look, I'm in a relationship, I'm married, I just want to have a friend. So you ain't got you can cut out. Now everybody gonna still have a single dude in the married chat. You ain't gonna be able to stop all that, Ross. Like you gonna have people sneaking over to the different ones or whatever. Like,
you know what? Don't look. You made me think about one I heard about one time where you can't do that. So this is what you can do.
And do what?
If you really want to get serious, they got apps that we really never heard of because you got to get like on a list and shit like to even get on the app. It's like dating apps though, but it's like very, like look, they looking at like your
exclusive.
Look, they looking at your income and like your profession and stuff like that to even get on the app.
Yeah.
So they need to look into something like that, I guess. I don't know.
I was told a quote, or not a quote, or it was something that somebody else said it, so I can't whatever, but it made sense. It was saying something about how the women be like, they want a man to make a certain type of money or a certain amount of money because they not really secure in their own finance. So that's why they want a man to make $85,000, you know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever, because it's like they don't feel secure with their own shit, even if they are making 80K or whatever. It's like, but hell, you still spending a lot of damn money. Thank you for that quote. I appreciate that. She wanted damn
I think that's just like, you know how we just build up like boys not to cry. Like women just like kind of like brought up to like the man's supposed to make, the money, bring in not even a certain amount, but just, bring in the bacon, and be the provider type of thing. But look, I thought about what do men, we always be talking about what women want a man who make this much. What do men be out here on these dating apps looking for?
Well,
other than the big booties.
I say, which app is you on?
Big bread.
Like, look, if they on like the serious apps.
Well, I don't know.
You got some men out there that be now that's what I seen them talking about too, Kevin. He was like, what men want and what women want is totally different. A man usually want a woman that is physically, they say that's why he always asks the women what you physically look like. He's like, because men usually look at the physical more than a woman is, because the woman, she looking for the provider and stuff like that. So she'll settle for a physical, this, not that, this, not that. And he's like, but the man, he got to be the provider. So most of the time, the man looking for the trophy wife or stuff like, especially he say, what is the, and he be used, I didn't know he used that as a joke, the high value.
Oh, that started as a joke.
I don't know. Look, I don't know if it was a joke or what, but I hate that. I hate when I hear people say that shit. Like I hate when he say it, and I'm kind of starting to hear it kind of filter over, in the other people, and it's like, what does that even mean?
Like, bring something to the table.
High value man, or high value whatever, high value woman. What the hell? You say it started as a joke?
Yeah, he said, well, not a joke. He say that's what he called these women that's out here looking for these so-called men with this income and this and that. He don't believe in that or whatever, but he say that's what the women then got put in their head or whatever. My man need to make this, he need to do this and do that and do that. And he was saying that the woman need to stop, putting all these expectations on these men and just get you a normal man or whatever. But I mean,
what is a normal man?
Right.
Well, he's saying a man that got flaws, like he may not make $100,000, but he a good dude, or he may, whatever the case is. Well, he's saying that they just got these, like the man got to be the hero, like he got to be this Superman, like he got to make $100,000, be over 6'2", physically in shape. Like he just saying like their expectations just like out the roof or whatever. But what about these apps too though? What if you want to go on the app and you like, bro, I'm not looking for no girlfriend. Like I'm just trying to kick it, and then you might go to the kicking app.
Like go to the kicking app then.
Yeah, and we know there's some apps out there like that. They just not described as that, but we know the ones that you can go to for different things or whatever.
So you can go and have a good time and get your party on.
Yeah.
On if you want to.
They got a few of what they got. Kristen Mingle out there. Ain't that an app?
What
is it called?
On Christian Mingle?
Is that what they partying at?
No, that's when you so sad looking for you a good wholesome girl or whatever.
They might be partying on Christian Mingle.
Yeah, right.
Then the other one they got out there that what is that? Plenty of Fish?
Yeah.
That's the one where I always heard that one kind of grimy.
Oh, it's tons of.
That's the slum. Look, I done been there before. I've been in the slum.
So they got ones that we don't even know about because we ain't paying for no app.
No, that shit, it's probably so far gone now. I could care less. Could damn sure care less. Well, look here, we're gonna look. Y'all got some things shaking around there this weekend. Y'all got that classic going on, ain't it?
That's a gremlin man down there.
Sure do got a proud gremlin tiger on this line.
I'm
gonna say outcome. What's the outcome gonna be, Coach?
It's Bayou Classic. It don't feel like it. I'm gonna tell you too. I think because the weather, it rained all day yesterday. Still got the COVID, so it's like a lot of they didn't. I don't even think they bringing the bands.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. They not.
Hey, did they confirm that they wasn't bringing the band?
It's something about the protocol. I think they can't have so many people or something like that. I don't know. It might be.
Look. They should have shut down some of the fans to bring the band. Like that's what we coming for.
But the crazy thing, they had the band in the remember when COVID was hitting, like some of these games mostly still had the band, but they didn't have no fans.
I saw Dion down there at Jackson State and them had their band out there.
They had it rocking last game. I watched whoever that was they played last. Damn Stadium damn near looked full.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? But look, around here, I seen in the paper, man, they got a lot of stuff going on. Like people throwing parties and stuff, like, and just different stuff. And I was like, damn, they trying to get that money. They trying to capitalize.
Yeah.
I seen a few Gremlin license plates. I ain't seen nothing Southern on it though.
It's a lot of stuff going on. I seen it's a lot of events or whatever. I guess it's just different because this is probably how people in New Orleans feel. Like when you from the city, you don't feel like it's a lot going on because you just waking up still being in your own little area.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because I worked with a girl who Gremlin, and she younger. And she said yesterday, she was like, "Ooh, I'm getting up out of here because I'm going to get in it." She said they had like a Greek thing, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, stuff we don't even know about going on.
She knew what happened
in the mix, and that we in our own city. Like, yeah. It's a lot of stuff.
Some of the excitement is being out of town when you go to stuff like that. You out of town, this and that. So I think, but it looks like it's gonna shape up to be all right. To shoot the game today, right?
1:30, I think I saw.
1:30, yeah.
I think that's gonna be on TV. I'm tripping.
Yeah, it'll be on TV. Well, that was my segue to say we finna get into some topics here. We're gonna start off with that one, talking about these NFL players getting these HBCU jobs. Of course, we got Deshaun down at Jackson State. Eddie George just got Tennessee State. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie was already on that staff. Apparently, Ed Reed and Ray Lewis is throwing their name, or it's floating around that they want to get in the mix too. So, what y'all think about that? Like, matter of fact, I saw one of our, I guess you can call them soon-to-be colleagues, post something the other day saying how these high schools will hire somebody off the street or whatever before they hire somebody who got like professional experience or whatever. So, tying all that together, what y'all think about that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how y'all feel? Deion starting to take some ass whoopers now. I'm gonna just throw that out there, but y'all go ahead.
I don't want to get too deep, Ross. So we're gonna keep it kind of surface level. Because first off, we know these dudes not gonna stay.
True.
Because they still at the end of the day, they looking at the Florida States, the Miamis, and all that, and still the better.
I hate to cut you off, but I hate when people saying that. Like,
They is.
How y'all know this though?
Okay, let me say this. I thought the same thing you thought. I said, well, dang, why Deion can't go down there and just be Eddie Robinson? And then I seen Shannon Sharp on there talking, and he talked to Deion, and he was like, Deion saying, of course I had to take this job to get to the other ones because they wouldn't just hire me straight on. So he used it as a stepping stone. I thought the same thing. I'm like, well, man, do Deion and them feel like that? Because, I mean, think about it. If all these coaches that we know, all these players, Eddie George, Ed Reed, if they all go into these HBCUs, they can have it lit. Like, they can have it, like, popping or whatever. If we can start looking at them like, man, we watching HBCU games versus them games. Like, we really could compete. And they'll start getting their players in, the good players and all that. But it's just a process. And I would love to see it happen. But it looked like they saying they taking these jobs because they will hire them quicker than the Division I schools will.
Now, I will say this. Look, I heard this yesterday. Because y'all probably ain't heard him talk yet, huh? Eddie George?
Nah, I ain't seen him talk.
Yep, because he just said he was taking it, and he was on Keyshawn and them the other day. Keyshawn, my boy, too, dude. Keyshawn, tell it like it is, dude.
That's like, yeah, I like Deshaun.
Keyshawn, tell it like it is, dude.
It's always one hating.
Another Kenny Smith, act like he was better than what he was.
Man, Keyshawn went number one overall. Stop hating now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Look. Eddie George wasn't like Deion. Eddie George not trying to be no coach. He said that he got a deal, or he been working with Tennessee State. Like, I didn't know he was like teaching a class at Ohio State, like a business class. And he got like some type of financial company or something. Like, he real big into finance. So he had something going on with Tennessee State already, like with a foundation or something where he gave them money, or they had some type of relationship already. And he said that the president just up and called him one day and said that she needed to talk to him about a job opportunity, blah, blah, blah. He was like, yeah, you know, what's up? He said, well, she said the head coach for the football team. He was like, where'd that come from? Like, what? And he said he just thought about it, whatever, of course, blah, blah, blah. Start talking to people. I did not know he was bringing Jeff Fisher on.
And Hugh Jackson.
Now,
that's going to be the difference between him and Deion.
You know why? Because you just said the man don't coach.
So, right, but look, though, he not no fool, though. I like what he said, because he said, that's what he said. He said, man, basically, I don't know what I'm doing. And he know Jeff know everything about, like, organizing that shit, like, behind the scenes, basically, like, the routine of practice, going on the trips and stuff like that. And so I really don't see Eddie George, like, trying to, like, work his way up no ladder.
Right. And see, one thing I can respect about Deion is, like you said, Renee, he told y'all from Jump Street this is a stepping stone. So
that's
it's like,
right. Yeah.
It's like if you straight up about it, these kids know what you doing. The ones that might potentially want to come to Jackson State, they know, okay, well, Coach Prime ain't gonna be here for a long time. He might not be here my 4 years or 3 years or whatever. But you might have somebody like Ray Lewis. You know, Ray Lewis, a country boy. He might get to Florida A&M and get him a house out in the country and be there for 20 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, You never know.
So. Yeah, I think
I could see Ed Reed doing it before any of them. Because he said he been trying to do some in Miami, but they want to officially hire him like that.
Yeah, see, I think Ed need to go to like a small like HBCU and
hey,
just
y'all
like
know who got a job
build
like
it
that?
up.
Y'all know who got a job like that? And I'm like, damn, they won't hire Ed Reed to do that in Miami, but you know who's doing it for his school? Fucking Teddy Bruschi.
Oh, a lot of them.
I just saw this though. That's crazy that you said that. I just saw this week because I didn't even know he did that or even know that was a thing. I didn't even know where he went to school. Arizona.
Arizona State.
No.
Arizona?
It's the University of Arizona, the Wildcats. If you go look up Teddy Bruschi, I looked it up on, and he's like, on Wikipedia or whatever, it say like, and then on their website, he got a position like assistant. He basically like the damn head coach, what's the word? You know, the go-to man for the head coach. Like, and I was like,
head coach in waiting?
No, not that even. I'm saying like he don't even come around. Like he ain't even
be on ESPN no more, do we? I ain't seen him in a while.
He was on it the other day. That's why they were talking about.
He was on what's the Get Up the other day.
Look, like he's the guy, like the head coach called for advice type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the type of role I think Ed Reed could be playing at Miami, just basically like helping the coach fucking relate to them kids. Yeah. Because man, they love bringing in them white boys, and I mean, I don't care where these boys from, bro. It's like if you're bringing in number dudes from the hood,
you need somebody that can go around there.
So let's say this then. So why this gonna be a trend right now with all these like you say, the lady called Eddie George is out the blue. He like, what this about? But it's a trend now. But why they just won't stay? Not Eddie George because he don't want to coach anyway. Why Deion and them and all them can't just stay and build it out? Is it because the universities can't pay them the money?
No, I don't even think it's about the money.
It's what Trisha said. Like Deion everybody different. It's individual. Because like you said, I can see Ed Reed or Eddie George maybe staying for longer periods of time. But see, Deion, I think, want to prove to somebody that he can coach. Like, I think he got a different goal in mind. Yeah.
So then when he go to Florida State, though, let's just say Florida State, he go to Florida State. Now why do he feel like that's his now he didn't prove him right when he get that job? Like who is he? Why he just can't stay down there versus going up here to say, I can coach with y'all? Why he can't set his own standard in Jackson State and like, hey, I'm down here, I ain't even tripping off y'all. Like we got this.
Look, I'm gonna see if I can't get little cuz on the phone because we need to ask Prime himself that.
He still got it. It's like he's still
you have to ask him. You know what I'm saying? Like
they still looking for validation out of these big schools. Like, and it's like,
but that's just like I've been watching Nip all morning. Nipsey. That's just like them dudes when they be artists trying to get the damn record label to give them a deal.
Oh, they still
why you can't just or trying to win a Grammy, right? Why you can't just make your music and be validated by your fans? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
There's a particular artist out there who will remain nameless. Who will remain nameless needs to take that advice, but we ain't gonna even touch on that. He know who
look, right. Hey, before we get out this one too. So how do people like your friend feel that Deion and them getting all these jobs off their name and these other black people been coaching around forever and they gonna start getting passed over for the Deion's and Ed Reed's like Ross. He may be sitting back like, now we got to worry about these dudes taking the jobs and they don't even have the credentials.
Yeah. But it's definitely gonna start happening more.
Yeah, it's about to become a thing. I mean, you can't never knock experience versus, you know what I'm saying, like somebody who done been there and been in the trenches or whatever.
I heard Shannon talk about Rod Woodson.
Yeah, I heard him. He been hosting or something. He said he could never get that job. He can never get the job.
That's crazy, but you know what? He one of them dudes. When he brought his name up, I was like, man, that's one of them dudes that just like went in the shadows after his career. But man, that's one of the best players ever.
But he was coaching with the Raiders.
And these kids don't even know.
He was coaching with the Raiders, and they wouldn't never move him up.
He was with the Raiders. Yep. When what's face
crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, it's a dirty game.
Look, then we can go. Cause it be bothering me every time I see my man Lewis Riddick on the show. Man, my man can't get a damn job, GM or somewhere.
I want him to get a GM
That's
job.
crazy, man.
Riddick need to get a GM job, man.
They always bring him in on interviews, Ross, and then he end up back on the show on Monday.
Always got the best things to say. Yeah, he done had like 3-4 interviews, didn't it? Yeah. And now he back at the combine. I'm like, damn, he didn't get
yeah.
But anyway, moving right along. Speaking of the general managers and management, quarterbacks. We just gonna call this the black quarterback gumbo. We're gonna start with old Justin Fields, man. Why is he sliding? What's the problem? What is the issue? Me personally, I don't see the issue. And I tell you what, if Mac Jones go number 3, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't even like the 49. But it's just the fact that Justin Fields, I feel like, is a more complete player as far as like where the league is going. Now they was trying to make the comparisons of Mac Jones was always pretty much under center at Alabama, and the percentage of San Francisco plays was like 50-something. They run the most under center plays in the NFL, so they was trying to say that Mac Jones would be the best fit for that. But excuse my language, but fuck that, man. Justin Fields is just the best athlete as far as like out of him and Mac Jones. You got to go with Fields. You don't take Fields, you're an idiot. But anyway, y'all go ahead with y'all thoughts.
I wanted to talk about Fields and this black quarterback thing because I'm sick of hearing it. It is ridiculous, dude. Like, the way they doing this, boy, and I'm like, damn, what did they do? I'm like, Fields had to do something to somebody, like behind the scenes. Like,
you think so? You think he done stepped on some toes?
Bro, they is bashing this man, like, and it just came out of nowhere. And you know what they do? They grab the same 2 games. 2 games. They be like Indiana and Northwestern. And I'm like, yeah, they don't dare say anything negative about Trevor Lawrence.
You don't like, even look, this is like what they say.
They don't even, like, not, they don't, I mean.
He's in the presumption.
He's in the Hall of Fame already.
Yeah, like, they don't even touch on him. It's like he's untouchable. Yeah. But see, now look, before you continue with Justin Fields, and one thing they always overlook is that game against Clemson, man. That boy threw 5 touchdowns with some damn broken ribs. Like, could have came out the game, but he battled. He lost. But it's like that right there, that would have been not enough for me, but as a general manager.
When other football players watch Justin Fields, we see it, right? Like you said, that game there, he was money in the bank. But then for some reason, like, I don't know who keep on saying it, but I keep hearing them say, like, what happened when the season ends? Like, to make them just go crazy with, like, all these changes. Because at the end of the year, Justin Fields was the man. But now during offseason start and then all the offseason, you just breaking him down to where he's the worst quarterback now? And then you bring up, man, I can't, you know I'm always going conspiracy, Ross. It's like, man, who is Mac Jones people and they must got a lot of money they paying, like, because they talking about this boy, they loving to compare him to Tom Brady. Like, that shit is crazy to me. Like, it's just crazy to me, dude. And you know who I'm starting to hate? Boy, you see. Come
on, talk to me. I don't even know who, but come on, give me somebody.
Boy, you see.
Todd McShay.
Todd McShay.
Told you, man. Thank you.
What Todd do?
Todd been kissing ass. Oh, I forgot who ass he used to kiss, but
man.
Well, let me say this too.
I think he just been tripping.
Y'all forgot about Zach Wilson.
No, he another one. I just look. You can throw him in. I thought about him too because he just come out of nowhere.
The funny thing is, it seemed like you say after the Ohio State game, it was like, man, we might start having discussions about maybe Fields being number 1.
Yeah,
and it was like the season ended, and then it was like I think they be out thinking themselves. Like when they start just over scouting and all that, and it's like you went from Fields and first off, like you say, I don't know how Lawrence always has been this prototypical number 1. Like he just locked for number 1.
Since he came out of high school.
But I'm gonna tell you something too. Fields was the same number 1 high school quarterback when he came out. So
yeah, they was battling.
Lawrence got a nice arm. He got that. They still like that old school 6'4" size that he got. But like you say, I don't see how this boy went from number 1B, they were saying, Fields, all the way down to maybe like being the 4th quarterback in the draft. So I don't think he did nothing to nobody. I think it's just They just, I think they overthinking.
Is it his skin? Is it his skin tone? You keep on saying overthinking. You saying they overthinking.
You're right about the overthinking because it's like, man, I'm gonna go for short. I'm gonna get, if I lose with Lawrence or Fields at the end of the year, they're gonna be like, well, we all would have picked them too. If you lose with Zach Wilson and Mac Jones, you're gonna be looking like, in Trey Lance.
Yeah, you're gonna be looking like an idiot, and then
you're gonna
like I said, Justin Fields is lighting it up with whatever team he with. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They looking at them like y'all jumped up to get this dude who didn't do nothing in college. So now you look like an idiot. So
had one good year.
Ross, you say you're not no 49er fan. I'm a 49er fan since I can remember picking up a football.
Mm-hmm.
If they pick Mac Jones,
you know what I'm saying?
Now, see, it ain't even about picking Mac Jones. They say it's about you traded up.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, like,
that's what I'm saying. They like had multiple meetings before they made the move to move up. So when you was in the meetings all them times and you moved up to take that boy.
Now let's say something about this Mac Jones too. That I told y'all when Tua got hurt, I seen the boy play. I say, man, this dude pretty good. He not bad, but he don't seem like he got the ups. Oh, come on now, the dude ain't bad now, y'all.
No, man, the dude say the other day.
He don't have the upside as Justin Fields.
They said that they remind him. He remind them of AJ McCarron, and he don't look no different.
No different. The same exact build.
That's the same shit
style.
They was doing with AJ McCarron.
You got
Nick Saban is a genius and the greatest football coach ever, and he can make anybody look like that. Look at Tua. They talking about they gonna hang with him because they ain't getting no chance.
Man, this is first year. Y'all ain't gonna do my boy like
I like Tua.
But it was rumbles of maybe
That's
trying to bring in another quarterback.
They were talking about moving on from Tua already, and
it's like,
he was going to Alabama.
Right.
So I like Tua though. I think they too.
They seeing something we don't see though every day in practice.
There
so
you
it gotta be something. It shocked me too.
Go.
I think his arm kind of probably weak.
They say he's scared to take chances.
So Tua.
They just look. You gotta get him some confidence. Shit. You talking about getting rid of me every second? I ain't gonna take no chances.
Every second, Ellie ain't been there for a year.
You got Ryan Fitzpatrick behind him, who everybody loved on the team.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He had the magic man.
The Fitzmagic. Gotta get you some of that Fitzmagic.
So y'all think they really could be tripping on Fields because he black again in 2020? Like, man, they got to let that go.
Look.
We know this, but that's not the case.
I've heard multiple dudes on the air like Keyshawn.
They trying not to say it. Ryan
like Keyshawn, Marcus Spears. I ain't seen too much of Clark lately. Ryan Clark.
He must be chilling. That's my boy.
Them two right there, they been saying it without saying it. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, y'all tripping.
Look, and they always try to throw that age-old curveball. Oh, well, he can't read the defense. Like, come on, man.
Oh, look, and my boy, you know, y'all be faking on him, Colin. He read a stat the other day. He said that they went back and, you know, they be keeping up with some crazy ass stats. They had a stat that like who then looked on to after they first read. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep that stat. And they had all them 5 quarterbacks up there, and Justin Fields was the best at it.
Really?
And they said Whatchamacallit was the worst. Jones. And he was on his ass yesterday. That was Friday. Colin was on Jones' ass about how, like, man, these people just see what they want to see. And he ain't that great. And then he brought up that he had a DUI when he was a freshman. And he said, look, Jones. He said, look, y'all keep on talking about his judgment and this and that. And he was like, out of all the 5 quarterbacks, when they left their parents, he's the only one who had bad judgment. Like, he was kind of going in on Jones, and I was like, ooh, damn. Like, and then he was like, you know, everybody make mistakes or whatever. But I was like, man, when it comes to this football shit and everything else, I think everything, politics, bro. Because I thought it was kind of funny that he was going in on that boy like that. Because I never heard nobody else say nothing about him having no DUI. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to watch these dudes on TV.
Yeah, he might not fool with Satan. You never know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't know who they fool with.
Cowherd gets no play over here. Anyway,
Man, what's up with Watson, man?
that's what I was about to say. Stirring that pot of gumbo on up some more. Deshaun, man, what's happening? What's up? Talk to me. And look, reach out to the citizens. We'll tell your story for you. What's up, man? Like, I don't.
We're gonna get victim number 26.
Well, shit in the well. Hold on, we don't need none of that problem.
We're not gonna step in the waters.
No, we want it straight from Deshaun mouth.
Man, my thing is, we need to get the breaking scoop on.
Yeah, man, come on, break it over here with the citizens. Man, no criminal charges have been filed, right? Right?
I don't think.
I don't think so.
So that right there, and I mean, it's not to downplay anything that's going on. You know, this is a very, very touchy subject. But it's like, I just feel like if we not really trying to push the criminal charges and we just trying to do this civil lawsuit, then what are we really going after here? And now we got one that dropped out, right?
They revealed her name and then she dropped out.
Okay, well maybe
she got their names.
I mean, you say you missed a conspiracy, CJ. Well, you know I was head first with this one, man. It's like that man want to get out of Houston. McNair is a known racist. Like, so it's like I just see that this is something that was thrown out there to like slander this man's name for one. So it's like, okay, well, if you do manage to get out of Houston, ain't nobody gonna want to touch you because you got all this dirt on you. Like, you know what I mean? And then it's like, boy, you gonna get your ass back to Houston and play for me. You gonna do it there you go. Andre Johnson went hard on him, like, and you know Andre was very low key when he was in the league, but now he went hard on him for Deshaun. And he's like, the first step was when you got rid of fucking Hopkins. When you got rid of Hopkins, like that right there was the first piece. Like, what the hell? Like, you're not even trying to get this man on him, but he does like those massage parlors. That is the known kind of a pattern right there. I don't know what went on, but that boy like to hit them masseuses.
Look, Ross, this is the thing, man. It really hurt my soul to hear you say how like that man is a known racist, and he just like either you gonna be out there and you're gonna slander your name, ain't nobody gonna want to fool with you, or you're gonna come back and do what you told. Right. But the only thing is, man, Watson had to do something. He had to be doing this.
Well, yeah, I would say, and this is just, you know, me on it out there. Out of all of them, man, I would say he might have went a little too far a few times, like, but I don't know. But what is too far? What
see, now you're getting in the muddy waters now. Now you're getting in that Georgia mud like on my cousin Denny when he got the tire stuck in that mud, boy.
What is too far?
Man, keep it real. How you feel? Whatever you feel too far.
What I'm saying is, not me. Not me personally.
Yeah.
Oh man, not me. I ain't talking about me. I'm saying like
views expressed by Tristan Ross and Renell Johnson.
I'm just saying. Everybody got to say too far.
What I'm saying is, I saw something that said like he was exposing himself. Some women might feel like that's too far. Some women might be with that. I'm saying like, what is too far?
Hold on. All right, I got your too far definition.
What are the rules?
I got you too far. Because look, you talking about just exposing yourself. Somebody might be cool with that. Okay, so what are we talking about? We are going to get a massage. I just went and got a massage about a month ago. The expectation is not for you to be in their asshole naked.
But they give you a checkbox, right, to what you want.
But look, they said that he was getting his off of like Instagram and stuff. Like he wasn't going to like massage parlors.
Right.
He was going, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what was too far for each situation? Like, one might have been cool with it, two might have been like, whoa, John, hey, well, we ain't doing all that. It's like, oh my man. Like,
look, that's when it is some gray area, because I know he probably was getting them private people off of damn Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
So look, if they didn't have no damn disclosure paperwork,
but like you said, if it's a private massage, I shouldn't have to disclose it. I'm not gonna be in there doing what they say.
No, look though. No, because
you shouldn't have to put no disclosure.
I think it's a thing though. I think there probably is a thing. Think about it. If you want a butt naked asshole massage,
you're gonna have to get a private person.
You're gonna have to get a private person, and some people do that. I'm sure some people will come and do it, and it's like everything is above board. Like they come, they pay for it, and they leave, and they just did the massage. So I bet you that is something, we just don't know about it. So he probably was getting them to come to his house or whatever and getting that done. And he, some people went for it. And then, man, I can't even imagine. Look, I'm picturing this dude like, look, the stuff that they saying he was doing and asking for and how he would do it.
It's so extreme, man.
That could have been his game, though. His game could have been, I'm gonna get the girl to come over here. I'm gonna fake like I just like my massage like this and see how she react. And then I can either say, well, I know I can mess with her, or I need to just act like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, It could have been his little thing or whatever, just kind of test the waters of the girl he dealing with. Now, we really never gonna know what happened until they go. I mean, I don't know if we want to.
We'll never know what happened.
We got to see a trial to really know what happened, because until he speak, we not gonna know his side of it. These girls speaking, they saying they walk in, and then that one girl, I mean, man, this views expressed by Renelle Johnson. This one,
put that disclaimer out there.
This one girl gonna say he made her do these things. Now,
I was just thinking that conversation that we had earlier in the week about that.
Yeah.
So look at this, Ross. You got this dude coming to get this massage, Deshaun Watson, whatever. He wanted asshole naked, whatever. Look, he might say that before, he might not. But let's say he don't say that. And the girl come in the room, and this nigga is naked. We was talking about, like, we don't know what it feels like for females, period. Look, and who was it? Either Chris Rock or Dave Chappelle said, like, they would hate to have a vagina because it's dangerous. Like nigga will like we know what dudes do for the meow. So if a girl coming into that situation and it's like, damn, this nigga's asshole naked, like she could be like already like that right there could make her be like, damn, this nigga tripping. But she's scared too to just run, leave. Like, it ain't even like she ain't even got to be scared. It's just like, damn, this nigga's weird as fuck. Like,
it's uncomfortable.
Okay,
it's uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable feeling.
And then she may be like, okay, and then she start doing it or whatever, and then he like, hey, I kind of like it when people put their thumb in my ass.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I meant by what was the too far. Like,
that's what I'm saying. So
what
now
you do was too far.
Yeah, you didn't gave the massage like, okay, he butt naked. I can see myself doing a butt naked massage. This the girl. I do this. This a high profile client. I'm gonna do it. Right. Then he say, okay, how about you? I don't even know that man said that, but he say that or whatever. Then you do that too. Then he say, hey, why don't you kiss on my thighs a little bit? Then you do that too. When are we gonna start saying?
Now hold up. First of all, look, no,
kiss on thighs.
Ain't no. Then you do this too and do this too. Look. If you slip your finger in his ass, then you did too much.
That's what I'm saying. So when are they gonna hold the women? Like, why didn't y'all stop at some point when the one woman say he made her give him R6, but he didn't force her, but he made her. He was like, and she said she blacked out, and he was like, why don't you do this for a little while? And she did it. Say suppose she know what she blacked out or whatever. She gave him R6, and it's like,
now see, I didn't hear this.
He didn't forcefully make her do it, but he.
So she. He didn't forcefully make you do it.
But she said mentally he made her feel like she had to, like he manipulated her.
I can see that. I can see that part of it too. I can see that because we don't know what it feels like to be in that situation. Like that girl could have been like, man, this nigga could fucking rape me, hit me upside the head, like just do anything to me up in here. Like
the football.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do this just to keep it base level, so I know I got kind of some control. Like.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
look at that laugh. Look at his laugh, bro. Look at
Whoa. Let me say this too, though. This the conspiracy that I think y'all got a little hole in the conspiracy theory. So we got 26 people came out and say that he done something inappropriate, made them feel uncomfortable. And that, like Ross said, the rules could be very small. As the one girl could have felt uncomfortable because he said this and that, whatever. So you got all these people saying he uncomfortable. He asked for the trade first or whatever. So my thing is, this had to be the best kept secret in the world that he had all these women out there that had never came forward, or it's like, and then why would he go so hard against his organization knowing he got this secret out there? Like, it's almost like, it's just like some ain't right. Then like y'all say his trade value down, but that don't help them either. They trying to get, if he gonna go, because he said he wasn't playing no more. So I want his trade value to be high as it is.
You know what though? At this point, if we thinking about him, man, this man has showed himself. This man has showed himself to be a racist in other situations.
Well, he dead though. You know he dead.
Is he?
The son running the team.
Well, he's a dead racist then.
Yeah.
Racism don't die.
Yeah, he just passed it on to his son. Hell.
Pass it on to the next generation.
So look, if we know that, then
okay, but it still negate the fact that he did this.
But that's what I'm saying. Look, if they know he ain't coming back, then they don't care about his trade value at this point. Like, they might just feel like we just finna just throw him in the mud. Like,
but you saying, is that true though? Is it still true that he did it, or they could be like made all this up on him?
Man, I'm gonna tell you this: they ain't made all this shit up.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like Bill Cosby. They say they did
True
this to him
someone
trying to buy CBS, but he either did it or he didn't do it.
Look, this is what I think. I think that the best thing for you to do in life is to keep your nose clean. Because you never know where you're going to end up. And if you end up in some shit, they're going to bring that shit up.
Oh, it's coming.
Especially when you're dealing with that amount of money.
That's what I'm saying. You may be a little poor broke something right now. But once you get up and you start getting some money or whatever, because, man, look, they said something about, what that boy name is for the Bills? Jason Allen, that's the quarterback.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
They said something about his tweet when he was 15 years old.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
So look, when they said something about that the other day, I was like, damn, I do remember them talking about that. It's like, man, but this dude was 15, bro. Like, you holding the 15-year-olds accountable like that? And it's like, that's the world we in now, though. So it's like, you can't do nothing no more. Like, because as soon as they want to, so he was doing that shit, and they knew about it probably. And they might have been helping him hide that shit. But soon as now, like you said, why would he go left like that? I don't know. But look, we don't know what they was doing to him on the inside.
You don't know what's going on in that building.
Like maybe they knew, and maybe they was helping him. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they found out, and we just don't know that part.
What the outcome for to be, Ross?
Shit, man.
Was he suspended?
I don't know. It's just like the dirt has been thrown. The damage is done. Like, it's just one of them situations. I think it's going to be like somebody going to give him a shot. And it's like, somebody going to give him a shot and he going to probably try to redeem himself or hopefully redeem himself. But the shit in Houston, I think we done seen the last of Deshaun in Houston. I hope that we've seen the last. Deshaun, get the hell out of Houston, man. Pack your shit and leave now.
Look, it's like a get out situation. Like, he needs to
leave, boy. Leave.
Look, I like half of that what you said. It's gonna be like this is America. It's gonna be a redemption story. It's gonna be a redemption story, but I can see it happening in Houston.
How?
Because, bro, this is America. They can just make this go away, like pay them people or do whatever, and then look.
Look, I'm talking about on the field now. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about how is he gonna?
Can you see Deshaun doing this? Can you see Deshaun holding a press conference, basically talking about how he just all that was a bunch of just whatever, and he just want to get back with the Texans?
If he do some shit like that, then I'm gonna know something about something. If them words come out of his mouth just nothing, then I tell you what, they done did something to him.
This what I don't understand either.
Hey, look, you heard it first here on the Citizens.
They done did something to that boy. And it's like, yeah, well, I just had to change the heart and I think I just want to stick it out here. Man, they done did something.
Hey, look, this what I don't understand. I know we finna get off this one. Why, and I know it's legal stuff sometimes, but why the innocent dude or woman or whatever, man, you couldn't keep me from in a CNN report. I'm going right to Gayle King.
Man, the lawyer is telling you to be cool.
The money.
I ain't trying to hear
the money.
But if I ain't lie, if I don't got nothing to hide.
The
Then
money
you can
talking
sit down
over
and
you
say,
though.
Renee, what happened with the girl? I'm saying, man, we was flirting and the girl gave me all sex. Next one, what's the next one say? Man, the girls told me to take off my clothes. Like, why they just won't get out there and just like, I'm gonna tell you who else done got quiet. Y'all see how quiet T.I. and Tiny done got? They disappeared. Like, I mean, man, I think when you guilty, I don't care what them lawyers saying, man, you better get up there and say something for yourself.
I mean,
Like
I agree, but I just know that like
that was
I ain't never been in that position, and just so many moving parts. Like Deshaun Watson ain't just Deshaun Watson. It's like Deshaun Watson, and then it's like 50 more different parts to that shit. Like,
it's a lot of different moving parts to go along with that with that well-oiled machine. Well, from the racist owner of the Texans to now, this ain't really no racism. This was between Schroeder and Kyrie. Kyrie got mad because Schroeder called him a nigga. Now, for those who don't know,
I didn't know about this story. Who?
Kyrie Schroeder for who he played for now? The Lakers now. Yeah.
He's from Germany.
He's not of American descent, but he's black. He called him a nigga or something. I don't know the exact context of it, but apparently Kyrie was pretty upset. Now, for those who don't know, Kyrie recently converted to Islam. So it's like Kyrie values is a little bit different. Kyrie always been a little strange, so to speak. But now that he done really went over and he's a man of the Islamic faith, he really about to start bugging people out who don't really know what's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then also when he was burning sage and all that shit, like
they say already started bugging him out.
Well, yeah, it's like they say he got native roots or something too. Like, I don't know, like Kyrie is just one of them different think outside the box type.
Kyrie is Kyrie.
Kyrie is Kyrie, and I love every minute of him. They need to leave him the hell alone. Now the whole flat Earth thing, I wasn't really feeling that shit.
So look, Renee had this topic, and so I didn't know that. Did Schroeder tweet this or something? Or he's on the court?
No, what happened? They him and Schroeder playing. They back and forth bumping and all that. Kyrie, first off, is an amazing basketball player because he looked like.
Let's say that first and foremost.
He looked like he's 6 foot, 165 pounds, soaking wet. Like the boy just got straight skill. Like it ain't nothing going on that like you just say like LeBron. But so they going back and forth battling and they bumping and they fighting and I think they call a text on both of them. So Kyrie all up in his face and Schroeder like, damn nigga, like you know, get out my face. That's exactly what he said. He like, damn nigga, and try to push him back. And Kyrie went left and got threw out the game or whatever. Cause then he tweeted later, we shouldn't be calling each other, you know, nigga or whatever. And this is my opinion. Like I said, I love Kyrie too. Kyrie is the dude. He coming across like the dude that.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Ross. He coming across like the dude that just started getting into his faith or his new thing, and he pushed it on everybody. Like, you know how you first start reading the Bible, and you like, man, you sinning. You can't do this. Hey, man, you doing this. Hey, you doing like he hitting everybody over the head with it so fast that people ain't giving him he ain't giving people a chance to see the new Kyrie. They seem like it's coming like that. It's coming too fast for him.
Yeah,
so,
it's coming too fast for people to process.
Yeah,
they don't even know what they process.
Right,
they don't know they process.
It is.
They looking like he didn't got like brainwashed and he just putting it out there, you know. But like, yeah, people ain't ready for him to do. They see the old Kyrie.
He don't realize, or maybe he do. I think he don't give a fuck. But he is like way above like his thinking.
Because Shannon Sharp said the other day to my Kyrie, they got videos of Kyrie saying the N-word before, and I'm like, duh, like this new for him.
Right. So you know what though? He be too like he could get mad at old boy for saying that, but it's almost like like you said, he be doing it too fast. Like, and because we don't need to be saying that, and we're gonna get on that, but he be too emotional, like too like slow down. And let us know what's going on. Like, I think it's good for him to let us know what happened. Like, after it happened, he tweeted, like, man, he did this, blah, blah, blah. I think that's good. Because it's a crazy world we live in that, like, you know how, like, back in the day, if Jordan and Barkley got into it, we wouldn't know why.
You'll never know.
But now these boys go and tweet it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, what's going on?
Got them Twitter fingers.
Kyrie don't really do stuff like that. I think there's too, like, Kyrie ain't told nobody he Muslim. He ain't told nobody he was having no baby. He ain't told nobody nothing. It just leak out because I think he feel like he don't owe us that to tell us what he got going on, especially that media. And you know what kind of he talking about.
That's what I like about Kyrie. Like he don't let
like Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, it's like he don't let I'm a what you say, Renell, badass basketball player. He don't let that define him. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna walk around with this big ass stick. Like, well, I Kyrie got the stick. What's up with the stick? It's like it don't matter. Yeah. It ain't your business. I like walking around with this big ass stick. So it's like let him do his thing. And it's like when it's time to perform, you go ahead and perform. And I be seeing people comment talking about, when he take the games off or whatever. Like, but y'all don't be bitching about Kawhi Leonard when he take his load down or whatever.
Man, look, bro, it is racism. We live in a racist country. It always comes back to that because look, that's a perfect example. They don't say that when Kawhi do it. Why? Because Kawhi don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He don't go against the grain.
Don't go against the grain. Right in line.
Kyrie, man, look. Kyrie is really doing it though. Because like you said, he like, fuck y'all. I like walking around with my big stick. It don't matter what it is. But then he go on the court and he the best motherfucker on it.
Super soft.
So it's like he performing at what his duties at a high level so he can do whatever he want to do and not have to answer to them. Like, right. So, and that's the same thing kind of with like Marshawn when he was doing that shit. He was performing at such a high level the way he was like, fucking, I ain't got to talk to y'all and tell y'all what's going on.
Well, they feel like these skills. They feel like that the media be like, oh, you got to come talk to us. They hate when people like they telling them what you got to do. Like Kyrie ain't like, remember he wasn't doing no interviews after the game. And they was like, it's his obligation. He got it. He like, man,
he didn't do it when they first came back last year.
It's a part of the job. Man, I mean, I get it. It is a part of the job, but at the same time, it's like I ain't got to sit there and tell y'all every damn thing that's going on in my life. Like,
man, I'm gonna tell you, funny thing. I watched Ricky Williams. He on I know Ross don't like this guy.
Vlad.
Yeah, he on Vlad.
Yeah, I don't know. Vlad gets no play along with Colin Cowherd. They both get no play.
But matter of fact, I saw it on Shannon, and they asked him why he didn't why he always had his helmet on during the interviews. He said initially it was like right after practice and he was tired. He still had his helmet on, and the dude rushed him over to do an interview. And he said before he could even take it off, the dude was like, "Hey man, take your helmet off." And he's like, he felt like they was making him do this and telling him what to do. So he started doing it as a "you can't tell me what to do" type thing, and he just stuck with it or whatever. So a lot of them, but just imagine like you after the game, you in there with your kids, and they telling you, "Hey, you got 20 minutes, Ross. You got to go out here and talk." And you like,
"Hey,
people."
I'm with my family, man. Damn, I'm with my people.
I just thought about first. Look, them people don't know, like you said, that man just joined the faith, and we don't know. We talking about just joined. I'm sure he been did this, and we
just find it out.
But it's Ramadan, and they fasting right now.
Yeah.
And so they said that he taking them days off because he ain't eating. Like, you know what I mean? Like he need to take a day off to rest, like for real, his body. And it's just idiots though. They'll tell you they don't care, get out there and dribble. But then look, about them being rushed out of the locker room to go talk to the media. I ain't have to do it, but maybe like once or twice at UL. To where after the game, you got to go and do that. Mm-hmm. And I just thought like, I couldn't imagine like them doing that all the time.
Or like, they right there in your locker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They right there in your face, like trying to make you talk. Yeah.
I'm tired, boss. Right.
But what about the N-word? Did you have a point that we got to stop using it?
Almost definitely. I mean, I already.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit during the week. I try my best to say brother now. That's the word that I done replaced it with. And I know I'm doing a whole lot better, but I still say it, of course, but it's always, if you like, depending on what situation you in, like that word will come out.
Yeah. It's all about the situation. Like, we all together, of course, that's gonna come out. But if you done started a new job or whatever, and you out there, kicking it with the brothers, it's like you might be kind of cool on it because you don't really know how they feel, or you know what I'm saying. So
look, and that's a good thing. Look, that's why Kyrie and other people need to do that, because you're right, huh? Like you could be around some some other brothers. But if you don't know them, you don't know how they rock with that right now. But I think back in the day, we just used to say it and like it just was cool. But now, like we kind of watching it. Yeah.
But they say Schroeder had even told him, like, my bad, man. Like, he didn't even know that it offended him like that when he.
Man, we was in the look. That's what I'm saying. That's one of them situations. They was in the heat of battle, man. Like,
yeah, it's like,
so
I mean,
it's like,
come on, that just happened. Dog, we like, it happens in the heat of battle.
That's when I say Kyrie was being too emotional.
Yeah, he was already mad about something. It was his second tick. So what about this though? They said that now. Skip Bayless and Shannon say what they gonna do. They gonna mess around and make the league make it a rule to where you can't say that word on the court. They say then you're gonna be mad at them because telling you who created the word when you can't use it or whatever. So didn't they do that in the NFL? I think they start flagging.
Yeah.
They have certain words. They have certain words I know in the NFL that if they hear it's a flag.
And I think there was one of them, and they were saying, how can you tell me not to say that? But it's like, dang, if some dudes getting offended and some not, like.
I'm gonna say this. I see what they saying. Like, you can't control, like, basically, damn, my speech. Like, shit. But at the same time, we can't say that we don't need to be saying it. And if it's a rule, they, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't go against it. Yeah. Like, you don't need to be saying it. But it's gonna come out. I don't give a damn how many rules they make.
Yeah, I mean, like you're in the heat of battle.
Yeah, you can't stop that.
If I feel it and I'm in the heat of battle, it might slip out. Especially if you do some dumb shit. So that's just the way it goes.
But we don't need to say it, guys. Let's watch it. Let's watch it, world.
We need to get a rein on it. You need to get some control on it. Well, man, the last one, I had to say the best for last. Now this one here, this one hit me hard, man. We lost old DMX. You know, that one hurt me, man. That was my guy. And it's just the way that we lost him, like, shit, I didn't want him to go like that, man. It's like, it's crazy. Now, first of all, I'm gonna just put this out here. This brother, he always got to put himself in the forefront. But I kind of agree with what he's saying.
Who you talking about?
No, man, Game, man. I'm going to throw the name, Game. He tweeted something about like, why motherfuckers want to wait till you die to show you your love, give me my love now. It's like, man, DMX just died. It ain't about you. Messy.
Mouth always got to say something, ass mother. I was about to say the N word right there. We talking about
see, it's just you feel it with it, but it's like
I'm gonna tell y'all before y'all finish. We ain't that big yet, but Game will pull up.
Come on, man, have a conversation. We talking. Come on, sit down and let's have a conversation.
I ain't be pulling up on them dudes.
Man, let's just have a conversation. We just want to talk about it. Like, but my thing is like I said, he did have a point because man, wasn't nobody really rocking with DMX like that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was kind of starting to come back around after the verses with Snoop. Well, that's what. Well, hold on. Let me finish. I feel like he started to pick up a little bit more like, okay, once he did the verses with Snoop. And then they found out he was back in the studio and he was doing the podcast with Nori and whatever. Like he was kind of the new generation was kind of starting to catch up to DMX. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like he should have always got that respect. He should have always got that, man. Like the man dropped 5 number 1 albums. All his albums went platinum. Who does that? Who did that? I'll wait. Y'all know somebody? Because I'm waiting. Please tell me.
Let me say this.
This is the thing about I don't feel like that, like they say, you say like they just now was starting to get back, or whoever said that. Man, I feel like DMX is one of them dudes like that nigga, watch that word.
Watch them.
He was like one of the pillars, the foundational pieces of hip-hop music, like what we grew up on. So like he never could go out.
Man, they was calling the man Crack Man X.
Yeah,
like y'all was saying, like
it was y'all talking about in the limelight.
Well,
Like-
no, like
like
just the
in
way
the-
he was like the butt of certain jokes online. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Uncle now. He was a drunk uncle now.
the drunk uncle show up at the family reunion, like,
Well,
oh
let me
man,
ask
y'all
you
put
this.
his ass in the backyard.
Let me ask you this: is that how he act?
Hell yeah, he did.
So it's like we was treating him
Shit.
accordingly, right? Like, I mean, like,
Yeah, you right.
look, man, this is what I thought about it when he died. When they said how old he was, 50. And
Fresh
I was
50.
like, damn, okay, like I didn't really know he was 50, but I was like, man, we know DMX been going through it since he was 8 years old. And for him to make it to 50, man, that's a long time for what DMX went
Was
through.
going through.
So I never really just looked at it like, I look at it like, shit, that nigga lived a good life for what he had in front of him. And it's like, hey, I don't know. I never looked at him like like them jokes and stuff. Like I never looked at him like that. You know what it is though? Because I know who he is, I feel like.
You say you
Like-
never read the book, right? You gotta read it now, son. Have to read it
no,
now.
I wouldn't even want to, but I think it would be good to read
What
though.
book
It-
he got?
it's
He got a
like-
book out?
He been had the book. I read that book like shit my freshman year in college. But once
Oh,
you
I
read
bet it
that
is
book,
good.
once you read that book and then you know everything that he went through, it's like, damn, I know why he went through what he went through.
Right.
Like,
Look, that's why he's the drunk uncle. Because
Yeah.
of what he went through. So it's like, to me, it's like, it just go with him being DMX. Like, that's X.
Let me say this. This the thing with the drunk uncle or whatever and DMX. Yeah, DMX had a great. DMX like a rocket. He shot up, then he went down so fast. Cause man, I'm gonna tell you, like the movies Never Die Alone. I don't know if y'all ever saw that one. Classic.
is that the one with Jet Li?
No, the one where he was like playing like a pimp or whatever. He came back to his son. It was like one of them deep movies or whatever. What that dude, Rollins, I forgot the dude used to write out them movies. But he was a black he wrote books or whatever, and DMX did the movie. But he was a real good actor too, not the Jet Li ones. I mean, that was just him. They were
I ain't
using
really
him for his star power.
I ain't really like it.
But
I
he
think
was
I know
a
what you're
good-
talking about.
Never Die Alone was the name over the web. Had the girl Zarya in it. Remember Zarya played in one of them sitcoms? What was that movie? What that?
The Parenthood.
I
Was it
remember, I
Parenthood?
remember that movie, but I ain't watched it, I don't think.
It was a real good movie. But the boy could act. So I mean,
He
You
had
had-
range.
Oh, he was a talent.
you had
Yeah,
Iona
right.
Fix My Life. What he was on Iona Fix My Life?
Yeah.
What year that was? We talking about probably 2009, 18.
Probably something like that.
So like
Maybe
you
a little
said,
bit
like
later.
DMX been going through stuff forever. So like you say, for him to get to 50 is almost like
Yeah.
sad to say. Like he lasted a long time to be going through all the stuff he went through. Now
Watch
my
this.
thing is, I know Swiss Beats and all them, they be sometimes closer or not as close to these people as you think they are. But it's like he really couldn't get help. Cause I know everybody around him then tried to help this man. And like it's like, dang, like DMX, like when he was on the little verses, it looked like he was still kind of, it was like, X look good, man, this and that. I'm like, no, we don't. even on Drink Champs, he kind of was doing a lot of stuttering and just like on, and then you could tell when they talk to him, they know more than we know. Like Nora was like, man, you look good. You seem like you're doing. They know on the inside, DMX been going through this stuff for a while, and I still don't even know what he overdosed on. What does the soul say?
Oh, well,
I don't know.
I don't even know if they, I'm sure if you look at it and you can find something, I don't know what they say.
17 kids.
He had a lot of them. Did he have, you said 17?
They say he was on Dream Champs. He said he got 17 kids. And it's
Oh, no,
I'ma
well,
tell
look at this. Look, all I can think about with that, boy, he got a legacy, don't it? Like, you're going to be seeing DMX kids coming up for the rest of the life. Hell.
Oh, he got one that looked just like him.
Oh,
that boy that was
The
on that
little
show
boy.
looked just like him to me.
That's the one I'm talking about here. He
Think
looked
about
just
that.
damn like.
Think about how we know DMX been going through it since he was at least 10 years old. And he was doing all that shit he said he was doing in New York, like living how he was living. And then he got all the way to be the 50. And then when he died, the boy is a legend. Look,
So DMX,
the boy is a legend. That's what I'm saying. Like, he goes down in history, like, as who he is, where he could have just been like a crackhead on the street. Like,
Yeah.
with what the life he came from. Like, so to me, I feel like it's like nothing but a victory story. Like, man, that boy there did it. Like,
And then
Well, I'm gonna say
look,
this, music was so real. That's why everybody liked him. He always was. You always felt like you knew who he was because he was always the same throughout his music, his interviews, and
he was, I forgot. I think it might have been I'm kind of on the fence about this guy, Kevin Lyles. You know what I'm talking about, Renee. You might know him. He said something. He was like, no matter how much you tried to help DMX, he wanted to help you even more. So it's like, even when he was cracked out or whatever the case may be, if you trying to reach out to him, he's still gonna hit you with one of the more good solid Bible verses, or he's gonna pray with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was still trying to help you find your peace while he was still trying to find his. So I mean,
I heard some old random DJ the other day on Sway. I can't remember what his name was, but they was talking about he was giving the DMX story. And that's what he was saying. They was somewhere making a song or doing something, and they had ended up going out or something, and just how DMX just be taking care of everybody. And I think if you was a real DMX fan, you knew that. Like,
you know, what's kind of had say he just reached out to him, but they never got a chance to talk to squash it. Ross will love his name. Drake.
He said Drake.
You know, DMX went on the Breakfast Club and was like, he didn't fool with Drake, and who else he said? He named a lot of people, didn't he?
I remember that one stood out.
I just saw that interview recently, and I'm with DMX on that. What he was saying.
He didn't say he didn't like him. He just said he don't like that type of music or somehow. Or he went in on.
Look, somebody said they need to make a specialized Timberland for they need to release that because
they need to do the Dark Man X Timberland.
I never seen DMX in number 10s. Ever. Like, if you see the pictures or interviews or whatever,
look, don't give their ass no ideas to make
money. You know people finna start naming their dogs, they pit bulls DMX. Like,
they been doing it then.
Boomer, remember the dog you always?
Yeah, that was the dog Boomer. That's who he used to run around and rob when he said. Man, y'all gotta read that book. The book is fucking crazy.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna look it up now.
It's called Earl. Look at that. Right there for you. Boom. Oh man, let's go on and get into this here. Shit.
Wait a
minute. We're gonna transition from a musical legend genius that was taken from us too soon. And then we're gonna get into this damn Larry June. Come on, man. It's called, what is it called? Mumbles. Who wanna go first?
First of all, I'll go first because this is my review.
You go ahead. Please.
First off, I wanted to get us out of the box.
Okay.
So, because that's what I've been doing on my music, who I've been listening to.
Look. For those that don't know, give us what you know about Mr. Larry June. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know much, but I got on Larry June from Spitter.
Of course, there's always a bridge.
Currency, the hospital, for those that don't know.
Makes sense.
Look at him.
Wait just a damn minute.
I just could see
one damn minute.
I'm saying I could see them being played on the same radio station. That's how.
I'm listening to Spitter radio station, and this Larry June fella keep coming up, and I'm like, man, I like this fella's swag. Like, he kind of like got that slow flow, cool West Coast, his verbiage and stuff. So I've been on him hard. I probably listened to about 5 or 6 of his projects. He got a lot of stuff. And that's what I've been realizing too, man. These dudes be working, man, and you don't be knowing nothing about it. I thought about that with Benny, the Butcher, but that's for later. But Larry June, dude, this Numbers album, I just like his swag, man. I just like that sound. And go ahead and start thrashing him.
No, I thought what was your review? Or you want to come back around and end it or whatever?
Yeah, just go back around. Just go ahead.
Okay, so when I first cut it on, the uncle, I'm looking at the track list too. The uncle came on with the little speech or whatever. No, that was cool.
But the uncle speaking.
I mean, it was cool.
Speaking of drunk uncles.
It was a highlight of the CD. So
the uncle was cool.
It was.
I like number 2 and number 3. I think one of them he was talking about how he had to go somewhere and his son was in the back doing Zoom.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, Larry, the production was real. When the production was real West Coast laid back, I liked Larry. When he tried to give me that Project Pat trap beat, I hated Larry. The Days Low song, man, that girl that can make some hooks. I like that song with Days Low.
Yeah,
it's like he had when the production was good, I liked him or whatever. But I didn't really like Larry flow, and he was giving me like this. I may have just like I got off work, second shift.
second shift.
Second shift. So look, the boys at the studio, they told me I could come through. And
hey man, hey Larry, where you at, man? I just got off. Pull up to the studio. All right.
And look, hey, I can rap, and he look like he just started rapping yesterday. So it's like, man, his flow is terrible, bro. Like,
see, look. I think
he didn't rhyme a lot, huh?
That's what I like about him.
That he's not typical.
Yes, I like that. Like, I know that people be on him by this flow when he first came out. I'm sure, like, he done heard that forever. But it's like, I know he in his head like, fuck it, this is how I do it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I like about
work. He got a job. He didn't care.
He just got off second shift.
He knows
about 10, 30, 11.
That is, I think that's good. Because his shit is going slow. It's going slow. Don't nobody know who this dude is, I don't think, anyway.
You talking about his momentum as far as his music.
His momentum is going slow because he's staying true to his fucking self. Like,
the production was good on some of them.
No, he got some good. Yeah, he got some good. That's what I'm saying. He getting it together. He
gave me Dom. You know, he gave me Dom Kennedy vibes at first.
That's what I got. That's why I cut it off the first time when this was presented to me, because I felt like it was Dom Kennedy all over. But
then I gave him a pass because he's from the West Coast too. So I was like, maybe
it's a sound.
It's a sound. So I was like, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then when he said he had some good subjects or what, I like the one about the girl. Like, he had some good subject matter. Yeah. But I didn't know what this Trap Larry was about. I was like,
yeah.
But
look, hold on. Oh, I didn't know about number 4. That was still going. That's the one where he was like kind of offbeat with the flow. I'm like, man, is this Blueface? Yeah, and I kind of felt like it was a little Blueface. Like, what's going on here? Now, look, I'm gonna give mine. Lifetime Income and Unshakable was pretty smooth. 5 was pretty good. The one with Ro James, Just Me and You, Organic Work.
Yeah, Ro James on that thing.
Organic Work took a little time. It kind of built up on me. Feel So Right, yeah, like you said, Renee, the one that's the highlight of the album right there. That's the star of the show.
Look, I didn't even know who that was until y'all said that.
You got that voice, man, and then
and that hook is just sweet. It's just sweet as sugar.
Man, go and give my boy a rating, man. What's our rating?
I'm giving him a 6.2. Now the production 6.2. Hey,
production was good.
Look, I wanted to say this before you jump into yours, Renee. I told you I rock with June, but I can't rock with a whole album of June. Give me June on like a spitter track, or you know what I'm saying? Like them people that's in June and Dom Kennedy. Give me something like that. I can't do a whole album of June. So I
feel that because look, I can't do a whole album of Dom. Okay. Like I didn't try, but I can do June because I think June got that kind of like clown feel, like you said, like is this nigga serious? But it's like I like that, like I like that flow. I like that flow.
Yeah, you like that guy.
This nigga still got his work uniform on. Like
he just took the shirt off. He got the pants in the steel and the shoes. So
I don't even rate it because I'm a fan. Like, so I think everything he do is a 10. So hey,
I'm gonna say this. The man had good, like it seemed like you say, it seemed like he had his moments where it's like, man, I could see Larry being pretty straight. I could see him doing a song with Dom. I definitely could see him on the Currency track list because, like you say, his music laid back, and Currency got that laid back type music. Now, y'all know y'all think I hate Spitter, but Spitter flow way, like of course his flow way better than this dude. I gave it like a 5.5. It's above average, but slightly because of the production. And he had some songs like number 2 and 3. I really liked them or whatever. And I was like,
them was smooth.
Yeah, like
I like the reviews y'all gave my man. Y'all didn't just bash him. Y'all kind of like
he got potential.
man,
He
look,
got
y'all-
potential.
y'all
I'm gonna
wait
say it.
for.
There
He
you
got
go.
potential.
There's potential to grow.
Yeah.
There's definitely room to grow. I said 6.2. He shortchanged that man with a 5.5.
We'll take the 5.5. I think that's okay.
So overall average, since yours don't count, he probably coming out with what about strong 5.9, 6.1, something like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
I would say this: if I knew him, which he could care less about what I think, I'd be like, man, keep going, like just like critique
Keep
it.
going. That man out here doing numbers. You talking
You know
about?
what I'm saying? I would tell him to
Why
critique.
he named it that? He doing numbers. And look, I don't like his ad lib. It started to get on my nerves.
Oh, I like it.
I knew you would like it. I said when
Which
it started
one, son? Which one?
when it started, I don't forgot it now. I'm trying to block it out. Do it for me. I know you know it. It's something like whoa, whatever he be doing.
I can't even think of how it go right now, but look, I thought about that when I was listening to it this morning, and I was like, "Oh, these niggas is not gonna like this ad lib."
It was cool at first, but then when I got to my song number 5 or 6, it's like, oh,
it's something he doing to act like.
It's like, oh, okay, this is his thing. Like, man,
I told you
ain't
he's trying to
feeling
figure
it.
himself out. He's trying to figure his lane. But
Yeah,
he got
he need to drop. He need
a
to
while.
drop that one. Hell, she ain't working, so hell, she always available. Ain't like she dropping albums. Sorry, Dave, this is the truth. He ain't dropping no heat, so she might as well get a feature.
Oh no.
Well, fellas, we're gonna go on and get up out of here. It's a beautiful Saturday. Well, I don't know what y'all got going weather-wise.
We cloudy. We mostly cloudy.
I hope
We
it's
got a
clear
little-
up, but it don't look like it is.
We got a little overcast, shocking and rocking out here, but it's
It's kind of cool.
You gotta make lemons when they give, or you gotta make lemonade when they give you lemons, or whatever the hell they say. Y'all know what it is, man. It's the citizen signing out. The social medias is in the comments or tags or whatever. We ain't finna do all that. We ain't got time. We gotta get to our Saturday. So we'll catch y'all next time, man. Universal Citizen, be out of here.
We out.